matchup in neutral for Ryu. Ryu's neutral already not the best in a lot of matchups, but Diddy can be very oppressive if everything goes perfectly, but what Gen has gotten really good at is just finding those little opportunities, those little holes in the pressure from a character like Diddy, and just taking full advantage of it with as many conversions as he can get. See right here, he gets a grab, goes straight for the down air.
Punishes the banana pull. That's a lot of players don't really do that.
It's pretty laggy.
Yeah, that was really good by Gen.
Oh, goes for the full focus, almost gets it. Dill's able to roll out at the last moment there.
Ryu is not really good with an item in hand. I know
his item throw is really slow too. He really winds up, and it's an all-out effort for him.
So this matchup is very similar to Pac-Man Ryu. If he takes like the fruit from me, you just go ham with burials.
Right. Oh, I love that conversion right there, but Gen did have a jump. Oh, and the banana catches the jump. Great setup from Dill. I really like that right there. Timing the F smash so that if Gen jumps, he gets caught by banana F smash right there. This matchup also can kind of feel like the Lucario Diddy matchup that we saw earlier, where Ryu is never out of it. One or two conversions can always turn things around, but that neutral is just so difficult for him to win. And while Rage makes Ryu a lot scarier, it doesn't really make his neutral any better. Another thing we're seeing here from Gen is the run turnaround cancels to help out Ryu's movement. Run turnaround cancel is a thing that you often only see from Wario mains, so it's really good to see some other characters making use of it.
Yeah.
And Gen has done a really good job putting it into great use for Ryu. His RTC actually goes pretty far.
I wonder if he's doing that just to avoid a banana conversion. Oh, we'll see later on. All right, nice jab. The ping with the banana.
Yeah, that focus attack can be very important, but Dill is not being impatient. He's staying away as much as he can and just letting Gen focus away from things. Focus, you can go through a banana maybe, but banana down tilt will break it or anything like that. Or even though Diddy doesn't really have any multi-hit aerials, he can just back away from you and wait for you to finish it. Good focus right there through the up air. Ooh, man, good spacing. And this is where things get really hard for Gen with Ryu in this matchup. Dill just staying in complete control of the neutral. Diddy's at Shoryu percent though. Most people are usually at Shoryu percent.
Yeah. All right, the ledge trapping, unable to get it, but he still has a stock lead.
Love the double power shield, but he goes for the Shoryu, anticipating a rush in from Dill right there. Dill stays patient, up smashes the Shoryu, and that will do it for game one here on FD. You see here right at the end, Gen power shields a peanut, power shields a banana, and just goes for it. Dill able to take game one pretty solidly. We'll see how game two goes here. And I love that setup, the banana jab, forcing him off stage.
And now we're seeing the Bayonetta.
And there's the banana F smash. And we see the switch to Bayo. Now this is one of Bayo's harder matchups, but still obviously a much better matchup than Ryu against Diddy. Bayo's bad matchups, of course, are still pretty much even. So we'll see how this goes. Taking him to Smashville. And we saw Gen's Bayo earlier, took out Stock Taker in Loser's Quarters. And he looked pretty comfortable most of the time, but just missing a couple with witch time conversions, little stuff like that, that could end up being really important in this matchup.
Yeah, Gen has a very solid Bayo. I can see, like, in the next month or so, well, we don't know when Smash 5 is coming out,
right.
But, like, I can see in the next month his Bayo will be, like, a big threat in the future.
He seems to really have the idea of how Bayo's neutral works, which can be really tricky for someone just learning Bayo. But he does a really good job of that, and his combos are pretty solid for the most part, but just doesn't always, like so far isn't able to always follow SDI or get full witch time conversions or stuff like that. But he's been getting a lot better, and his Bayo was looking really good in that last set. So let's see what it can do here in certainly a more difficult matchup against Diddy Kong. Oh,
Nice
good
fair
fair right there. And the Nair loses to barrels right there.
Yeah, Dill able to go around it.
That was one of those Diddy privilege moments right there. Even against Bayo, sometimes barrels just beat things out. Can be some very funny interactions with that move. Now Gen looking pretty in control, Dill rather, pretty in control. One stock away from reaching losers finals.
Nice Nice punish on the roll.
He tried to witch time out of that. Probably better than trying to air dodge out of that, because that would just get him frame trapped into another grab.
Oh, he wanted to spike him. He wanted it.
Gotta go for it sometimes. Good back air right there. Good call out from Jen. Oh, I like that. Down tilts him onto the banana, then gets the down smash punish.
Up tilt, up air, up B.
Good
Nice
SDI down right there. With a fast follower like Diddy, especially with someone with such a small hurt box, it can be pretty good for him to SDI down and get out of those. Requires some different follow-ups. Bayo can follow it if she reads it, but it's a lot harder than the basic up B, side B stuff.
Now Bayo is at down tilt into up smash. So Jen has to watch out.
Being pretty aggressive right there, though, and let's see if Jen can convert off of this.
Nice
Back air for the edge guard.
He gonna go high, he goes
Good
high.
high recovery. But this is now a very close game. And where it looked like Dill was completely in control, now all of a sudden one witch time might be the end of the game. Good grab. Not going to get a throw off, though. Good match out from Jen. But the back air will take it, and Dill will move on. And we get another sub right there. Thank you to L.Semis for getting us the dancing numbers on stream here.
Yo, it's Sandy. I don't get the joke.